It's definitely not gaming. We're not sitting here playing games.
It'd be kind of cool to do an episode though, playing at the same time.
Dude, we could just do that as an actual video. You know, you could invite me every once in a while and then we could play games together. What a crazy idea. Wow. Oh my God.
This is just so irrelevant.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the Irrelevant Podcast. Now out on Tuesdays. We are not late anymore because we are recording on Monday and it's coming out on Tuesday. So if you didn't know that, now you know. Thank you guys for being here. Last week's episode, you guys, amazing comments. Seemed like you guys really enjoyed the episode. Got some really good topics potentially in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're here.
Okay, Matt. So I saw you tweet out today.
Going right for it, right away, straight off the bat.
I want to know right from the get-go. You're debating currently. I literally tweeted out that I was going to help you with this on the podcast. So we're here. It's time. What are you trying to do with your channel? What's going on? Like you literally just explained on Twitter.
It might seem out of the blue, but
I'm gonna read Matt's tweet. Let me pull it up.
You can pull it up. But this is not something I just tweeted on a whim. I've been thinking about this for at least 2 weeks now. And I was drafting it last night in the bathroom, and Jess actually was trying to tell me something important. And I was like, she's like, you're not even listening to me. And I'm like, I had this like really deep thought about potentially like a large part of the career I'm moving forward with. And I'm trying to figure out how to tweet this. I ended up ditching that one and saving it to drafts because I couldn't process it all in 240 characters. But
it says, I'm thinking about taking Mcsportzhawk content in a completely new direction from what I've done in the last 10 years. Do I go for it or do this new content on an entirely new channel and abandon Mcsportzhawk? Input's greatly appreciated. Smile.
Yeah. I actually got a lot of really people. There were some people that really understand where my head's at, which is awesome. One of them was the irrelevant out of context. Yeah, like laser, like perfect, exactly what I'm thinking, pretty much. But I'll walk you guys through it in case you don't know.
So you're okay. Well, let me guess. So are you feeling? What kind of content do you want to do? In general,
the idea I have in my mind is like, it's not really just one specific thing, but like business, entrepreneurship, finance, tech innovation a little bit, but very much like business finance is probably the niche you could call it. But it's not going to be just like crypto every week or like stocks or that's not really what I have in mind. I actually already have a series I'm putting together that I'm going to shoot the first episode with Milo because I think he's probably the one I've talked to most about this kind of stuff so far.
Wow.
Somewhat like a podcast format, but not really. Like just kind of like a longer conversation, 30 to 60 minutes, that talks about the business side of creation. Because there's like you see the creative, you see like what they're doing as far as games and their style of content and ideas and like what they're working on. But you don't know about how much money they're making, how they're affording to put these videos together, how much it costs to put the videos together.
How much it costs to be an editor.
Yeah, how much it costs, like the business side of this. Because there's a creative side of it and then there's the business side of it, which very few people talk about it. Because I think historically it's been like it's a personal thing. It's kind of personal, like how much do you make and that kind of thing. But I think it's becoming more mainstream now, especially this past year with people getting interested in investing and Robinhood blowing up and now crypto becoming a little more mainstream. I think money conversations are becoming more acceptable and people are like, okay, like I've seen a lot of videos of like how much do I make on YouTube? And these people that are making millions of dollars a year on YouTube, people, their subscribers don't like them any less or look at them differently or anything like that. Like they're sharing what their experience is like.
You got to respect the grind. You got to respect
and you have to understand like these people, some of them, have gotten a little bit of luck, but the people that are making that much money are putting in the work.
Yeah.
You don't make that much money just by luck. It doesn't happen. So my idea is to start, because I think it's more relevant to talk to people like you and Milo and Pat. And I don't know how deep each person will get with what they want to share, but my plan is to ask the deep questions like, how did you start your business? Like, what was your first job like compared to what you're working on now?
Dude.
What do you like to invest in?
Oh man.
What do you like? What are you doing with your money to make money on top of that? You know, like talking about financial freedom, like startup ideas they have, projects they're going to work on in the future that are working on right now. Like I know Milo's got a couple things he's trying to figure out, and he actually tweeted about a lawyer I know Lex is working on some stuff that's not been talked about yet that we'll probably get to in the conversation if I have it with him. So that kind of thing, like kind of opening up the behind the scenes to this stuff that we know, but I think audience doesn't really have that insight yet.
I feel like
that's one of the series.
I feel like that should be on your channel, like MC Sports Talk.
Okay.
And I think I know where your head space is with it because you saw what Pat did as well, right? I feel like you might be thinking to go another channel route because kind of what I remember, because we had conversations with Pat. And I'm not saying you're just doing what Pat's doing, but like Pat decided to sort of like, he knew that the content he wanted to make, the things he wanted to do were very different from what the Smith Plays was. And so he went, boom, I'm going to do another channel for this. I'm going to do like another, like the music stuff that he's doing as well is under a different name as well. Right. At least I'm pretty sure it is, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And he sort of said, I'm quitting the Smith Plays, right? Like that was like a big video on his channel. And I feel like if I had to guess, I'd feel like you're leaning more to that idea because then you get like more of like a fresh start in terms of...
The fresh start has no impact on my decision.
Really?
I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
I just want to give you the two other ideas because that was that's like one series. That's like a once a week thing. I don't think it'd be a lot to do more than that once a week because it's similar to the podcast. Like it's a longer conversation that's like really deep dive into these kind of questions. The second kind of content would be, I really want to document building team playback.
Ooh.
Because we're doing a lot of cool shit. I'm learning a lot of things like how to build a business from literally the ground up, from nothing to what I want it to be in a couple of years is like a legitimate studio, 25 to 50 employees.
Yeah.
A big deal. That's where I want to get to. Starting now and documenting like the experience in a vlog style format could be really cool. The only concern I have is that I know like certain shoots I wouldn't be able to go in there with a camera and be like, yo, we're on this set today. Like we're doing this. This is how we're setting it up. This is the client. Like I wouldn't be able to show as much as I want to. So that might be kind of difficult. But I think to me, that would be a super sick series because people definitely have interest in what we're doing with that stuff. And I think it would be valuable to the viewers.
You know what you could do? You could almost do like I wonder if you could keep like a journal about it, you know? Like have even if you couldn't record something even if you couldn't record something immediately with somebody that you're working with that's really high profile or something, right? And you want that content, like it'd be cool to hear your thoughts about it in the moment.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you came home from a day of like shooting and you're like, whoa, that was awesome. I just had so much fun doing that. And then you could like reflect on that later and like narrate over that. Like there's
absolutely.
do stuff like that.
I could make it work. Yeah. I would love to be able to we can definitely get the shots from the like behind the scenes stuff and I can put that in there as long as it's not too revealing of certain stuff. But
yeah,
I think that will work. That's another idea. We'll get to what I think about everything at the end. And then the last idea,
it has 3 ideas.
Well, no. This is all like under the same channel, but like these are the series content ideas that I'm thinking about because that's the other thing. In a second, I'll get there. The last one's like money for you type content, where it's talking about crypto, it's talking about stocks, it's talking about financial news and like ways that people can make money, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
things that I was gonna do on money for you, but I'm thinking is probably better part of like a more robust idea of a channel that has more avenues for content. Because one of the things I've been struggling with right now is like coming up with ideas that I think I want to do that I also think might do well on the channel. Like you said, like I've tried this mukbang, we tried the fast food thing, right?
Yeah.
There was a bunch of other ideas I want to try and I have some in the works already, but it's like they're all over the place. Like I don't know if it's not gaming, what is it? If it's vlogs has been an idea that's tossed around.
Yeah.
I don't see a format where vlogging for me would work. Like a daily vlog or it'd
be hard.
Like Z House was a good format. It was a good time to do it.
It's content creation world, right?
Right.
Like
and I'm living in a house with 4 other guys. Like shit's always happening.
Yeah.
Right now we're coming out of pandemic, which is already hard, and then I just don't have the right.
I don't think vlogs is a good idea.
Me neither. And I also just don't know if I have the time for that. Like a dedicated vlog.
Oh yeah.
When I say that other team playback vlog, that's like a 1 a week video.
Yeah.
Where it's like the best moments of that week. Mm-hmm. I think we could make it to like a really engaging 10-minute, like this is what happened, this is how we progressed this week, that kind of thing. But a daily vlog or even like a couple week would just be probably not in the cards. So that's out the window. Gaming, it's just never been me. It's never really been me. Yeah. I like doing it. I like playing it. I'm going to keep streaming. That's not going to stop. I could do stream highlights, but it's just not, that's just not it, dude. It's just not it. It's not the format.
Stream highlights do not, like, in my opinion, stream highlights don't work unless it is the best edited thing you could possibly have. And not only that,
I need to be a big ass streamer. Yeah. And I'm not a big ass streamer.
You have to be a really, really big streamer.
In fact, I'm like the opposite. I'm like a small ass streamer. I'm irrelevant, bro. So I love the streams.
Yeah.
They're hella fun. We've had so much support lately. Not going to stop those. Mm-hmm. But that's my time to game and do that. And that's kind of where it lives.
Yeah.
So that's out the door. I'm running out of like niches here that I am interested in, because obviously I have to be interested in what we're doing.
I think for something to work, it needs to be something that you're so, okay, from what I understand, you're saying if it's tied to Mcsportzhawk, because you're kind of thinking about like, oh, what works well on the channel, it kind of limits you because you're.
So we can get into that. I was just like, process of eliminations. Like, I want to keep doing Mcsportzhawk. I want to get to 1 million. That's always been the goal.
I know.
I really want to. But what do I do to get there? Like, what is the content? That's what I've been thinking about for months. I have all these ideas that are all over the place.
Yeah.
Some are gaming, some are trending, some are listicle, some are vlog style. Like, they're all over the place. But that doesn't, like, I need to have a format. I need to have something I can do weekly that I can't be doing like crazy, like random shit all over the place. It's not going to work, I don't think. I think it's too, you know how this goes. Like, you're put in a box a little bit. So if I'm not doing that idea and I'm not doing gaming, I'm not doing everything else, what am I doing on the channel? That's question number one. Now, let's say I do this new kind of content that I've come up with. I literally wrote down a whole content plan today. Yeah. Like it's good. I know it will work because I've done enough channels that I know this is going to work.
Hell yeah.
If I do it on Mcsportzhawk, it's not about having a fresh start. I don't care. I would love to have 700,000, even if 2,000 of them are active.
Yeah.
I would love to have a pre-existing fan base, which I kind of do a little bit.
Right.
But the minute I upload a video that's not what everyone or the majority wants to see, they're not going to click on it.
Probably, and by the way, guys, we're talking about people who probably don't listen to this podcast.
You guys probably are not part of this group of people.
Yeah.
If you're here, you probably care about what we're up to.
Yeah.
It's in some way.
And also, that's totally fine if you don't care either. Like,
you don't have. You can love this and not want to see any of my other shit. Like,
that's
fine. That I understand that. I'm not like. I understand what my channel is.
Yeah.
I understand that there's a ton of inactive subs. Like, massive majority is inactive.
Yeah.
Partially due to my own fault, partially due to just how things work.
I have that too, man. I have that too.
I think mine's significantly worse just because of the size of it. But
okay,
whatever. Doesn't matter.
We can debate that.
I mean, whatever. At the end of the day, like, it's inactive, right?
Yeah.
The way the algorithm works now, if I post a video and let's just say 10,000 people see it and 1,000 people click on it, right? That's 10% click through, which is actually kind of good. Let's just say 100 people click on it. There's 1% click through ratio.
Okay.
The algorithm's not pushing me. They're not pushing my video to new subscribers. It's not going to get recommended. It's going to get whenever people click on it, that's kind of where it's going to limit itself. I need to have people that are like the people that see it, a lot of them need to click on it. And of those people that click on it, they need to be engaged in it. Like, they need to be watching a good portion of it. So if they click on it just to see what Matt's up to and they're like, I don't really care about this, they click out after 30 seconds, that doesn't help me at all.
Right.
It actually hurts me because I can post really good content in one niche and there's a chance it will never get past, I don't know, whatever the amount of people that watch it, like a couple thousand views, 10,000 views.
Yeah. So
in that way, I'm like fighting myself. Like,
you're fighting what you did before.
Yeah.
Kind of. Because, like, you're fighting, like, the old Mcsportzhawk.
Yeah, like the people that were there for what they wanted to see previously, which were games, I'm not going to do that anymore.
Yeah.
And when it's nothing against them for not wanting to watch it, but I understand that the way the algorithm works, it will probably not help me. It will probably hurt me.
It's really weird that that's how the algorithm works. It's like, oh, so you're saying like, okay, so you have 700K subs, right?
Yeah.
So does it actually track like how many, like, does it actually go, wow, this sent out to 700,000 people and only this many people clicked it? Does that like actually hurt your video that much compared to, let's say you only had 3K subs on another channel? Kind of like how we have on Irrelevant right now. Like a lot of you guys are watching, like I would assume the percentage.
The view duration on these is, well, there's a lot to it.
But the percentage of the amount of people that's in the sub box and they click on Irrelevant is definitely higher than because we have about the amount of views as we get subs.
It's
right.
It's definitely better.
So does that mean this channel has a higher chance of getting the algorithm than your channel? Because
I would say so, yeah.
Like because that percentage.
Well, it depends. Like if it was if I'm gonna get, because that's just one part of it. That's like recommended videos and suggested videos, which is the biggest part of going viral and like getting new audience. The other thing is search. Mm-hmm. If I'm able to get like Mcsportzhawk, because of its numbers,
might come up in search
in certain categories. But it's not the categories I want, so it almost doesn't matter. Like it's gonna come up high in ZHow. It's gonna come high if I have anything that people searching Mcsportzhawk. Obviously, I'm gonna come up first.
Yeah.
But not in like the business or these new ideas that I have. So it's almost irrelevant. I didn't mean to do that, but you know what I'm saying. So
this is cool. I like thinking about this because I feel like you think more businessy about YouTube analytics than I do.
I'm a realist.
I didn't know if this I didn't know if that's like a factor into
it's a fact. It's not every, like there's always the chance I could have a video go viral on it. Like there's a chance that I could post one and that people actually like and YouTube was like, yo, this is really getting good retention, pushes it. Next thing you know, the snowball is rolling. Right. And we do get to 1 million and my channel's rebranded. Like people have done that before. There are people that have switched from gaming to like, there's a guy who switched from gaming to like snorkel finding shit. I forget what his name is.
What the hell?
Like he snorkels and he finds like crazy things underwater. You even see that guy?
No.
Oh, what is his name? I can't. He blew up. He went from gaming. He was like kind of big.
Yeah.
Does this massive channel now. So it's possible. But the odds are against me, I would say. And the reason I'm pretty sure of this, and he hasn't answered me yet, but Chucky texted me like 6 months ago. He was like, dude, you should start a brand new channel, vlog, or whatever you want to do with it, and just do that hardcore for a year. I promise you will blow it out of the water. And I was like, why would I start a new channel? Why would I not just do it on my main channel? And now that I'm like kind of learning a bit more about how things work and whatnot, I'm thinking that's why he said it, because he understands that my channel, it's got 700,000 subs, but it's actually going to hurt me because it's not like all those people that will get served the video won't click it. And YouTube will say, hey, they're not interested. Yeah. So the video must not be that good, or it must not be what it's supposed to be about, or it must not be whatever. They're not going to push it because they think that people are not interested in it. But in reality, it's just the wrong audience. As we're a new channel, people that this is I'm going through the motions of what could happen here. Mm-hmm. If I say, hey, go subscribe to this new channel, and only 500 people go, because 500 people actually care about this kind of shit. Like our channel here, but probably less. I think more people would be here. Those 500 people, I'm going to get like 100, 200, 300 views to start. Yeah. But all it takes is like one video to like really have super strong impressions or like click-through rate and like really good view duration for YouTube to be like, let's bump this up a little bit to some other people and see if they have the same kind of reaction. Yeah. And those people have the same reaction. And next thing you know, boom, 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 they're pushing it up to like way high up and recommended, and that's how it goes viral. And that snowball starts rolling. And then it's like, okay, I do another video like that. YouTube says, let's try it again. Boom, it hits again. Next thing you know, we're off and running. And that could very quickly surpass anything I would be doing with Mcsportzhawk.
Yeah, you got to think as well, like the days of, although 1 million is crazy, and I think both of us would agree that for either one of us, like ever hitting 1 million subs would be such an amazing feeling. You do got to think about the fact that nowadays there's a lot of 1 million sub channels. Yeah. There's a lot. And granted, I'm not trying to downplay them getting there by no means, but there are more people watching YouTube than ever before.
Right.
They're like, I think a million. I mean, in all honesty, I mean, that could be undercutting what you could potentially go for, right? And
possibly
even further if you wanted to, like if you
I don't
really
even
wanted to.
yeah I mean the million thing has always been something I've always like, you know, it's like a goal,
Yeah.
right? It's like, I'm so close, I just need to get there. But I would be more happy with a 200,000 subscriber channel that is active, people really care about the content and are really engaging with it, because to me it's like I'm getting closer to 30 than I am 20 right now.
Yeah.
And realistically, like my passions and interests have changed. We've talked about this.
Yeah.
But like moving forward for the next, I don't know, 5 years, if I'm going to continue to do YouTube, and I plan on it, I probably want to do something that I think I'm going to like in the future too.
It's true.
And I feel like that's going to much more likely be the stuff that I'm talking about here, because we're building this business anyway. We might as well be like, I'm invested in this and I love doing it, as opposed to trying to come up with these challenge ideas or vlogs or gaming type situations to make for content. I think to me that just makes a lot more sense to go with this content route. So it's just a matter of, do I do it on the channel I already have? And I've considered like rebranding it too, to make it a different name than Mcsportzhawk. But I think the more I think about that, that just doesn't make any sense to do. Like, why would I kill all the SEO I've built over the years?
Yeah.
But it's like, it's super tough. It's like, when I look at Pat, I'm like, how do you walk away from a channel like that? For him is different. To me, him is different, because his channel wasn't dead.
Yeah,
His channel, in all honesty, was thriving.
Oh, and yeah, it had another boom.
I mean, he had just hit 3 million subs, and he was doing 100 to 200K views a video, whether it was Fortnite or zombies. With Fortnite, he was doing even more.
Mm-hmm.
That's an active channel. I don't care how many subs you have. You're getting 200,000 views a video. Like, that is consistently, that is some serious subscriber base right there.
Even then, he was like, and
he just walked away. But his is a little different. I think his is like, you know,
he doesn't want to mess it up almost.
He's smart. He understands what I'm saying right now. He knows that that's how it is.
Yeah.
And maybe he'll come back to it at some point, but he just didn't want to do that content. He wants to do this other content, and he's going to thrive doing the other stuff elsewhere. I believe that. And I know that I could too. It's just a question of which one's the better one. Which one will get me to where I want to be better, faster? I don't really know what the word is, but I don't know. So I've asked, I want to talk to Milo about this a little bit, because he's really pretty savvy with this kind of stuff. I definitely want to talk to Chucky. I think Chucky's already said it. He's already said like, yo, it's going to suck to start a new channel, because you start from scratch. Like,
yeah. See, this is interesting, because I'm kind of going through the same boat in a different way. Like I'm on a similar boat, but on a different river, maybe.
Really?
Yeah, because I just uploaded like a new, like, and we talked about it on the podcast. I really wanted to do this series again with like, I uploaded Zombies Versus, essentially. It was like this old series I did where the guys would collab together and debate just some funny topic within zombies. And literally I wanted to bring that series back, because first of all, it's about the only series that I still enjoyed. And I knew that, like,
rip.
Well, not in like that way. It's just like, it doesn't, some of them don't like the things people say stuff doesn't make sense to do it in the same way anymore, because I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. So like I had a lot of closure with things people say. Like the way that ended was the best way it could. I think you were in the last Things People Say videos where everybody's sending their submissions, and that was a series I did. And again, if you guys are watching, you guys don't know about my series and stuff. Oh my God, Matt's just dropping stuff. That's okay. But if you guys are watching, you don't know like what I'm talking about. Like basically, the series that got a lot of the audience on my channel was this series where I featured like my community's comments, and it was a lot of fun. And trust me, it was. I'm not saying it's not fun to do that series. It's just the topic doesn't make sense for me to do anymore, because basically when that last Things People Say came out, that was like the ending of the zombies story, the ending of the Ether storyline with the major 4 characters, and we built up to that moment. I was like graduating college, like everything was happening in my life where I was like moving on to do some other things. And I was like, I want to end it on this high note. I don't want to do like, I didn't want to turn around during Cold War and do, hey guys, here's another things people say on Cold War now, after we had the greatest finale episode of the series ever. It just didn't really make a lot of sense to me. But with the whole Versus thing, that was a series that was like in hell. Like I had the idea for that series, and Zombies Versus, the idea was like a debate show. It was like a funny around the horn debate show.
Yeah.
Where you like kick people out, almost like Among Us style, before Among Us was cool. And you kick people out, and then it turns to 3 of them arguing, and then it's 2 of them arguing, and then it's just one winner.
Yeah.
And there was no rules. Like, it's just funny. Like, it's just fun content because it's just 4 or 5 friends just arguing over each other and having a good time with it. And I made like two or three of those videos years ago. People loved them. They're like, these are like the best videos. Like, why didn't you do this more? And I was like, I don't really know. Why didn't I do this more? I think I just like got burnt out editing it.
Yeah.
But now that I have editors now that help me out with it, I made the style back then, but now I was like, I could bring this back. And I could get the guys on it, because I think some of the guys, it's kind of refreshing for them to talk about something different too, or something random. So I brought it back. And I brought it back with like 2 new episodes recently. The first episode was like 2 months ago. It's been a while since the last one, but it was sort of like a trial run. I was like, okay, let me see if people actually would like this series again. And I posted it, and I posted it with the title that was different, because I didn't want to title it Zombies Versus, because the topic in the video literally wasn't zombies. Like, it was originally the series was made for zombies, but I really wanted to like branch out with the idea, because I think it could really hit some trending topics. Yeah. Like, if there's something trending on the internet, I feel like there should be an episode about it.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That'd be so funny and cool. And so I was like, I got to like rebrand this in a way that would hit more trending areas of the gaming industry. And that's kind of like where my channel is going, is I want to be a more like advocate for the gaming industry as a whole. And talk about the things that I love and have fun with, and talk about things I'm excited for, and just kind of like go that route a little bit more. So it made sense to like rebrand it. So I'm like, okay, what could I title it? Well, we always are like called the loud ones when we play together. So, and that makes sense in a way, because we're like yelling over each other in this debate show. So I called it like Loud Ones Debate, LOD, LOD. And I titled the last, the episode back in like January, February, whenever I uploaded it, I think it was February. I titled that episode Loud Ones Debate, and it was like, I think the episode was about, it was something video game related. I can't remember what the topic was, because it's been a while, but it was something. Oh yeah, what was the game of the year in 2020? And no one was clicking on it, like no one. And so I was like, man. And it was a really well done episode, edited wise. It took hours and hours and hours of my editor to work on it. And I was like trying to tell them about the style that I want. I'm like, it's got to be like the old style, but like better, and all this kind of stuff. Like, it took us a while to really get through it, and released it. Not too many people were clicking on it. I remember even texting you that day, and I was like, bro, this is like literally the best video I've uploaded in like months, and no one's really clicking on it too much. And then I switched the title to Zombies Versus 4, I think. I think that's what I switched it to. It immediately jumped up. Like,
you changed the thumbnail too.
I did. I changed the thumbnail.
The first
and the
thumbnail
title.
was too hard to tell what was going on.
Yeah, and I changed the thumbnail and the title, and it immediately jumped to like 30% more views, 40% more views, and then kept going more and more and more.
That's YouTube for you these days, man.
And I was just like, bro, I literally couldn't even rebrand it. Like, it's literally the same video, the same series, with just a different topic, and everybody who's watching it, they don't even like. And this is like, I'm not trying to offend anybody by saying this, but like, no one in the comments even cares that it's called Zombies Versus 4.
Yeah.
When we're not talking about zombies, like, you would think that people in the comments would be like, bro, why'd you call it Zombies Versus 4?
Yeah.
No, that's why they clicked on it, but then they watched it and enjoyed it, even though it wasn't zombies. It was really weird. And then I was like, okay, if I upload again, I can't do that again. Maybe they'll know this time that it's gonna be this rebranded thing. Granted, you never know how people see things on YouTube, right? But I tried uploading a newest episode recently. Got a new thumbnail artist who's like a big fan of like the Boogie Boy stuff that we've done before, and like just really cool like to like work with a fan on like a thumbnail. I thought that was awesome. And it was like this animated style. It was just very different.
It's cool.
And I want to keep that style going. And I uploaded the video, and granted the topic isn't like trending or anything, but it was a very fun topic to have. And it is like the lowest performing video I've had genuinely since like November. And it's granted, I haven't uploaded that much, but like lowest performing, not in the sense of like, okay, maybe like 20% less. No, like 70% less.
Yeah.
Like the last episode, which I switched to Zombies Versus at one point. I switched it back later once most people watched it. But it's at like 50K views. And the one I just uploaded now is at 7K. It's that different. And this one is better. Like this one's literally a better video.
I watched both of them. This one was unbelievably good.
Dude, it was like, thank you so much.
It was really, really good. If you haven't seen it, you definitely should check it out. I'm not being a biased friend when I say this. It is hilarious.
Dude, I
so well edited too.
I watch it.
So well edited.
I watch it. I'm like, bro, if I don't know, if like this video was uploaded in like the peak of my channel, it would have had
quarter mil easily 250,000 views
easily. And so I'm like looking at it, I'm like, man, this video is so good. And all the comments, dude, like, and this is probably a lot of you guys who watch the podcast too. Like, y'all are amazing. Like, I don't even know, like, just, it really made my like day, because I was kind of like seeing the views, and I'm like, I shouldn't care that much about the views anymore, because I'm kind of out of it a little bit. I'm more on Twitch and stuff now.
You always do.
But it's still like trained in my brain. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, and then I'm reading these comments, and I just see a comment. It's like, JC, this is the most hidden gem of a video I've ever seen, bro. Like, more people need to see this. Like, this doesn't have as many views that it needs and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, thank you. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
But like, I'm having this thing where I'm like, okay, I have another episode recorded and being worked on. Do I continue to call it Loud Ones Debate and not Zombie? Like, literally, I could have changed the title to Zombies Versus 5 this weekend, even though it makes no sense. And
what if you just do Versus 5 or Versus Debate?
I don't like it.
Doesn't ring as much.
Because versus is so generic. Like, everybody.
It is, but if people know it by that name, and that's going to help you get the engagement on it, then, I mean, what's the goal, right? Like, what's the goal? Is it views? It's for you. It's like you don't really need to have a bunch of views anymore, because you don't. That's not your focus anymore.
But like, I wish more people could see it though, because it's like,
because you spend so much time on it.
Yeah, it's just a really good video.
I feel that.
And
my best videos have, that's how it goes.
But the thing that
the best videos don't always get the most views.
The thing that I'm thinking is, I'm like, what if I just keep doing it? And my plan is to sort of make that like one of my main things on my channel going forward, because it's just fun to do, and it's like really one of the only things on YouTube that I really want to make. Like, imagine that's the only series. I don't know if it probably won't be, but imagine that's the only, every video it releases on my channel from here on out is that series. Do you think it would grow?
Yeah.
Or do you think it would, or do you think it would consistently still not get as many views?
No,
as
I think it would grow. I think it would. I think that, and I talked to you about this already too. When you post a new thumbnail style like that,
yeah,
people don't recognize. Like, people sometimes can tell this is a Milo thumbnail, this is a Noah thumbnail, this is a JC thumbnail, just by seeing it, and then they know. They don't know that that's a JC thumbnail, because you've never done anything like that,
right?
Even close, like, it's totally different. So I don't know what the numbers are. I asked you what your click-through rate was. It's probably really low.
It's probably, yeah,
because people don't recognize that that's like, they're not putting two and two together.
The watch time on it though is like, or in terms of the retention on it though is
probably
so
great.
good. It's like, it's in like the,
which is why if the CTR was there, it would probably be getting pushed heavily. But I bet you it's not, because people don't recognize a thumbnail yet.
It's like 50% retention. How good is that?
That's good, but It also matters how long it is. Like if it's
Yeah,
if it's a 4-minute video, 50% retention is 2 minutes.
It's a 30-minute video, so
15-minute retention's pretty damn good.
yeah.
It would be better if it was like 60 to 70. Then it'd be really cooking. But 50 is still good for that long of a video.
Yeah. So maybe it's just thumbnail style. You gotta get used to it.
I don't think you change it.
like,
It's a good style. I think you have to keep going, and I think people will start to be like, oh, that's a new JC video. That's a new Zombies Versus. And I know how good the last one was that I watched. It'll build that way.
And the other thing I'm thinking too is something about those old videos is they're really popcornable. Like where popcornable is a very like I say this a lot with some YouTube. All right, I'll give you a good example. Cody Ko's videos. Do you know how many times I have seen the Noel and Cody Co like react videos to like certain?
Oh, dude, I've watched them. I've showed so many people those videos.
Right, but that's like a real testament to like how those videos are so popular because they work that way. Like it's not a one and done video. It's like no, you go back to it and you watch it again, or it's like one of those things where you get on like a train of it. You're like, okay, I saw them react to this one. I want to see what their reaction to this other one is, right? And it's like it's the same thing with like things people say on my channel. People would watch things people say episode 26 and they'd go, let me see what 25 was about. Let me see what 24 was about, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm hoping, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but I'm hoping that even though the video only has like 7K views right now, if I kept stacking more on top of it, I feel like people would kind of like naturally go, bro, oh my God, how many of these have they done that I didn't see? And then they go back and see it, and then maybe it can do better. Because some of those videos, like some of the old Versus ones, people like there's still new comments that'll come in.
Evergreen, dude.
It's crazy.
If you make the topics, like this one was a good evergreen because it's a topic that will live on for a while.
Yeah.
Maybe the answers will change over time.
That's true.
But it's an evergreen. It's not a time sensitive content at all. So I could absolutely see this video getting up to 50, 100K at some point. So
but if only people can find it. But I mean that's my
if you keep making them and you keep doing the amazing editing, amazing content with with this new thumbnails, it will pick up.
Well, so why don't you? So throwing it back to you, you're giving me the advice there that maybe like it would be okay to do it on my channel and keep going with it.
But that's
why is it different?
You're already in the right niche though. I'm not.
How? Gaming? Even though my niche was zombies before, not gaming.
I mean, you're a variety streamer that people know you for gaming different games.
Yeah, but my YouTube audience doesn't know me for variety too much yet.
More zombies, but you've already kind of broken the mold on that a little bit. Even I have, but it doesn't. It's not doing. I mean, it hasn't done well.
A little bit. But not
it depends. It depends.
But like, who's going to like YouTube to look up JC Backfire variety gaming content? No one. They're going to Twitch. Or
the other thing is that you have all the guys in it are people in that same community.
True.
They're already like known figures, So as long as you keep having those guys in it too, or people that are like, you're gonna rotating them.
That's the plan. The plan's to rotate.
Yours is way more you're in that river, the gaming river.
Yeah.
I'm not in that river. This is like far from that river. It is the way I want to tie it in though. That series idea, the Money Talks one is what I'm going to call it. Money Talks. It's kind of cool, like two. Okay. Never mind. If I have to explain it, then it's not very good.
No, I like it. It just made me like smirk. I was like,
is bringing on the people that everyone already knows.
Yeah.
To start. I'd love to get to other people that no one's ever met that I think are really interesting that I know in LA, but that'll be once hopefully things pick up a little bit, whether it's on MC or not. I'm leaning abandoning, because especially if Chucky says what I think he's going to say, to me, it's like, I gotta go for it.
I just find it interesting though, that we're kind of like,
I just feel so bad. I don't know. I feel like I'm wasting this thing that I've built and just never really finished. But I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. There's no solution here.
I wouldn't look at it like that though. I wouldn't look at this thing of like you never finished. That's
dude.
dumb.
I've always wanted to hit the million.
I know.
If I don't, I would be content hitting it and then doing it, which would really be stupid at that point if things are moving. But
no, you wouldn't even stop.
I don't know. Like, if I had an option to do content there and do the other channel, maybe at some point I'd do that. But I don't even know what I would do on Mcsportzhawk.
But I don't think you should look at it as like it's unfinished, because at the end of the day, like I know, like, see, this is the thing, guys. Like, because we've done this for so long, and I was talking to Em about this recently, dude. There's gonna be some studies on like how social media and like just the whole influencer age. I don't even like the term influencer that much, but that's what they call all this nowadays.
Most people, except for the irrelevant ones.
Yeah, except us. But there's definitely gonna be some studies of like how this affects your psyche and what it trains you to think and do, and what like anxieties you have. And it's because I was talking to Em, and I was like, because I was thinking about the numbers of the video, and I'm like, Em, I literally have a job right now, and I have Twitch, which I literally have 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Right. And trust me, I really want to keep both, because it's just amazing and it makes me so happy. But I'm like, why does it bother me so much that my YouTube channel, which I basically abandoned to go to Twitch 2 years ago, mainly like most of my main content just stopped because I became a streamer, like a variety streamer instead. I'm like, why does it bother me so much that that this video didn't do that well? And I was like, it's like something just trained in my brain from like when I was 9, 11, 12, somewhere in that like age range of like doing this since then. Because like when that's all you do for like a decade of your life is just look at, oh, is this video performing well? Is it performing as good as the last one? Is it performing as good as the one before it? Is it going to perform as good as the next one? Like, when that's bad. All you think about, like in terms of like your passion and like what the things you do, and YouTube is so like, you put yourself out there. It's like who you are to some extent. So when I see it, like when I see numbers not making sense to it, I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, bro, what did I do? Like there's something internally wrong.
Dude, you've hit it. You've hit the nail on the head, bro.
It's like this warning sign in your brain, and you're like, I'm literally sitting there. I'm like, dude, I literally. And here's the thing, Matt. With these videos, and I think I told this to you, and I told this to M too, especially because I'm paying an editor. I'm paying Bam. He's amazing. He's an amazing editor.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, listen. And I've told Bam this, and I've told a lot of people this, but like I make nothing on those videos. Like I'm not even trying to do it for money.
Yeah.
Like sure, would I love for it to explode and get 1 million views so I make like a lot of money on ad revenue? Sure, absolutely. Who wouldn't, right?
Right.
But the idea of like I'm not putting out these videos for the money aspect of it. I'm putting out the videos because I just want to see it like do well.
Yeah.
There's like no other reason. Like it's not even about the money. Like if anything, I just hope it like evens out the money so I don't lose money. But I'm telling you, like at the past 2 times like editing these videos, and look, I love Bam. And here's the thing, I want to pay Bam because he edits the videos like a king.
Yeah.
And they're amazing. And I'm like, dude, I have to pay you what you deserve for this video. You put so much time into this. And even if that means that I'm losing money on it, I'm like, bro, I have to.
It's worth it. It's making great content. Like that, the creative reward. It's like you make, like you said, this video, you love it. You think it was great, and it was, believe me. And I said this to you as well. I watch a disgusting amount of videos in the course of a week from all different kinds of areas, all different levels of production, like everything, the whole scope. A lot of YouTube, a lot of cinematic, a lot of everything. That video was phenomenal. Hands down, like it was fantastic.
Shout out to Bam.
I was engaged hardcore for 24 minutes. I note when I fall off of videos because it's like, okay, how good was the video? I fell off at 24 out of 29 minutes.
Yeah.
24 minutes to have me engaged, locked in, says it's really freaking good. So props to that. But you're right. It's like you make this kind of like a little bit of a masterpiece in one way, right? You spend a lot of time on it. You're really proud of it. You're really proud of it. And to see it not get the same reception as you feel like you put out.
Because of a title.
That's the game of YouTube, bro.
But that's what's insane.
And YouTube's dude. To your point about like being semi-depressed about things not performing super well.
Yeah.
When they put in the feature of this video is the like 1 to 10 or out of the last 10.
I don't know if people know what we're talking about exactly, but I need to explain this. Okay. So YouTube has this thing where when you upload a video now, We didn't have this a couple of years ago.
It's new. It's in the last year.
Before it was always like, okay, let me compare my views to the last video and kind of see what, and you kind of had that range of what's my previous views.
Yeah.
Right. Now they have this tracker that goes into place after like
an hour.
Is it an hour?
Well, it depends on the channel. Some are different.
A couple hours,
maybe it's usually about an hour.
Like an hour or two after uploading, you will start getting this live analytic that comes through from YouTube. And it basically says, from the last 10 uploads on your channel, the last 10, we are going to rank your newest video in terms of how it's doing compared to all of the last 10 videos you uploaded. And when you see 10 out of 10,
your heart's just like
when you see,
you hate life. So seeing a 10 out of 10 ruins my day. It genuinely ruins my day.
I genuinely do not think they should have that feature. I think
I've thought about this more. I loved it at first because it makes it much easier to compare and see what. But it gives you the core. It gives you the core data to see how many people are clicking on it, how long they're watching, how it's doing out of the last 10 videos.
And they're telling it all.
It's a fantastic feature.
But
let me tell you, when it's not top 5 out of the last 10, it's painful. Especially when you're doing this full time. It is painful.
I know it's like, it's analytics and it's important for a business and all that kind of stuff. It's the same way where they changed the videos section on YouTube to content. They changed the word in your dashboard. It's content now. I genuinely think like there should be a way to hide it. Like there needs to be
I think it's
because
I think you can adjust the little dashboard,
but still,
widgets.
it's too tempting to look at.
It's so tempting.
And when you look at it, it's literally like your day is either amazing or your day either sucks. And that's me coming from it from a perspective of this is the third thing. Like I have job and I have Twitch and then I have YouTube.
Well, yeah, like an upload every month. Roughly.
Right. Like YouTube is the third priority. Is before all that too, right? So I have girlfriend, job, Twitch. All those together are like the main 3. And then I have YouTube over here is like, okay, this is my experimental stuff. And even then I look at it, I'm like,
Bro, you gotta be kidding me.
What? Like 10?
It was 10 out of 10?
I'll check right now.
Okay, so here's the other thing, because I'm working on a couple channels. We did a TO video the other day that we put a lot of effort into. We went and shot it. It could be on TV. It actually could qualify for TV. I'm not even kidding. So I'm like, man, I gotta post this at the right time with the right thumbnail. Like I worked a lot on this thumbnail. Posted it. It was 9 out of 10, and I was fucking pissed.
Dude,
But I checked later in the day, 4 out of 10. So much happier that it was 4 out of 10 later. But the problem is the last 10 videos have not done very well. So 4 out of 10 is not really that great overall, actually. I wanted to bring it up because that tracker is the epitome of the YouTube experience. It is the epitome.
It's just
because
not good for your mental health at all.
It isn't. It's terrible. It's honestly awful for mental health. I'm telling you that thing's going to ruin people.
Yeah.
As time goes on. But that thing right there is the best way to sum up what a YouTuber goes through day to day. When you upload a video from 1 to 10, what is my mood going to be today? And it's solely based on how my video performed because of, like you said.
And that's sad.
Your life is being put out there, essentially. You're putting everything you have into these videos.
To be judged.
And to see it on a ranking, 1 to 10, is basically like, how good were you today? 10? Shit. I put 12 hours into this video, and it's 10. That's it right there. That's like the easiest way to sum up like the emotional roller coaster. And the next day you hit a 1 and there's confetti. When you hit a 1 out of 10, it's confetti and it's like happy and it's great. And you're like, oh, it's a bunch of green arrows or everything's up. Everything's up. Stonks only go up.
Yeah.
And then the next day it's back to like a 7 out of 10. You're
dude,
look, God damn.
Look, I'll show you. Just to give the listeners like an idea of like what this is like. So
I
open up my dashboard. This is what it says right now. It tells me right from the get-go. Latest video performance. Fewer regular videos are choosing to watch this video. Thanks, YouTube. Really appreciate that one.
No one cares.
Regular viewers are choosing to watch this video less often than usual, contributing to 41% fewer views. It says, what's going on? It says, compared to previous videos on your channel, people who regularly watch your channel are clicking less on this video's title and thumbnail.
What's the CTR? It's under I'm gonna say it's under 6.
It says lower click-through rate. Regular viewers of your channel chose to watch this video 4.3% of the time it was shown to them, instead of the usual 6.3 or 7.3.
I was on the money.
Yeah.
Under 6 over 6 is like it
fine.
depends on the video. It depends on the channel, but that's like, you know, a pretty good.
And it says this video has gotten 7,000 views since it was published. Your videos typically receive 12,000 to 20,000 in this time frame.
Yeah, you can see it shows like a little graph line of like
Yeah.
this is the range it usually is, and then your line's like way below that,
Yeah.
and you're like, God,
Yeah.
no one cares,
And
I'm irrelevant
and so
forever.
And so my ranking is 9.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
Yeah, that hurts.
9 out of
Anything
10.
under 7 to me is pretty bad.
Boogie Craft did better. I play Minecraft on stream.
And this, let's just tie this back here, because this is really great that we went here and we didn't even plan to. This is the reason why I am very concerned about posting to MC, because I know I'm going to be hitting 7 out of 10 or lower pretty much every video for the beginning.
Yeah.
And that will still be more views than I would get on a new channel.
Dude.
But for how long? I don't know.
Do you want to know what like my number 1 is on this list? It's a title that just says no. N-O dot. N-O dot. And you know what it was? It was a highlight clip of me on Twitch playing Cold War's campaign and the Bubby statue.
I remember that video. I watched that video. I clicked that video.
That's
the click-through on that's probably phenomenal.
In the first 2 days, that video apparently is number 1 on this ranking because it got 30,000 views in 2 days.
2 days.
My current video that took Bam probably 20 something hours to edit, 7,000.
Probably
views.
longer than that, actually, if I had to guess.
Isn't that crazy?
But here's the thing, dude. That evergreen content, that ranking can change over time.
True.
So, like, yeah, the first day didn't do well because of, like I said, I called it. The click-through is no good because people don't recognize the video because it's different than what you usually post.
Yeah.
But as you post more of them, people will understand that this is like the style
Or
now.
those unsub.
I don't think they're going to unsub. That video is phenomenal. Why would you unsub?
They don't like the anime picture.
Bro, come on. If they unsub for a thumbnail they don't like, that's a good thumbnail. If it's like some like misleading bullshit, then fine. But
I mean, I just think
listen,
it's wild
to me,
looking at
to
this.
me, you keep going with that, it will do well, and those videos are evergreen by nature. So,
Dude,
and if you playlist them, I think it will gain traction for sure, and the old videos will continue to get views too.
Watch time is great. Average view duration is up. Typical average view duration for me is 5 minutes to 7 minutes. This video is 13.
But it depends on how long the video is too, right? Like your videos are not usually 30 minutes.
They are.
Oh,
A lot of the recent ones have been, yeah.
Oh, well then that's, dude, honestly, ABD is more important to me, I think, because it's way harder to get people to be super engaged with content if they don't care at all. Like if you're getting 2 to 3 minutes of video, it is way harder to get it to like a reasonable number. But people, that just tells you people love the content. ABD only says like, yo, people love these videos.
So I'm wondering though, like,
because they're watching the whole thing.
I know, like, it makes me really happy people like this video because they've like, a lot of people have reached out and said this video is awesome, which makes me happy. I wonder, like, if we're sitting here and I'm like, pain, no views. I'm wondering if it'll just one day pay off if I keep it up. I just like, here's the thing, Matt. Do I let it get to me or do I just keep on going?
You keep going. When you see ABD like that, you keep going.
Hey.
You keep going.
At the end of the day.
You keep going.
That's 7,000 people. At the end of the day.
And that's just what, 2 days?
Yeah.
Give it a week, bro. That'll probably hit 12,000.
When do you think videos like die out from the sub box?
You can see the little logarithmic curve.
Bro, I don't look at this stuff.
I know you don't.
I don't look at this stuff
I
anymore.
actually could bring up something right now that'd be kind of funny, but I'm not going to for the sake of keeping things positive.
Yeah.
You can see where. Well, actually, on mobile it's not as good, but
yeah,
it's pretty flatlined. I could see that getting to like 10 to 11K probably within the next couple of days.
Let's hope.
But then dude, those charts. I can show you another one. There are ones where it goes like sideways and then it goes woo, it goes right back up.
This little S.
All it takes is YouTube to push you, man. But you got to have the right metrics. They got to know people really like it.
At the end of the day, too, if you knew how the algorithm worked 100%, then
no one does. But listen, people that like, people like Chucky on Mr. Beast's team have a pretty damn good idea of what they're doing.
Yeah.
And you're gonna learn a hell of a lot by just listening to a couple things they have to say about it. Like, and Milo knows a lot about this stuff too. He really gets it.
Yeah.
I think I know a decent amount just because, I'm doing this shit day in, day out for all different kinds of people.
I just find it interesting that I feel like you're leaning towards doing another channel, and
I am because I think
I'm leaning towards not, because I just don't. I can't. Cannot.
What, you're considering doing another YouTube channel? No, you're leaning towards not for me.
No, I'm saying like in both of our situations of like trying new content that's a little bit different. Yeah. Granted, mine's not as different as yours.
Yeah,
at all. I do understand that. I think that's where the discrepancy is. Yours is more different than this, so that's why you're feeling like it's out of gaming. So
but I also feel like yours is maybe 7,000 views is not a ton of views, but I think your channel is still doing significantly better than mine in comparison.
I don't upload.
But then again, like, it's hard to compare apples to oranges. Like, that video is significantly better than any video I've posted in the last year, and I can say that no question.
Bro, that's insane.
Because I know, like, the editing on that was, I know how hard that is to do. It takes a long time to do that kind of shit.
But you have highly edited videos on your channel too.
Yeah, I do. But that one took 30 hours. I'm gonna guess, unless he's a robot like Roman. That would have taken me 30 hours to do. And I wouldn't have done it that well, because just like having the idea to do those certain kind of things takes time.
Yeah, that's true.
Takes a lot of time. Anyway,
bro, I like how we said, let's talk about this topic briefly.
Yeah, we said briefly. Dude, whenever we say let's do a quick podcast and we'll talk about a topic briefly, it's at least an hour long.
What are we at right now?
57 minutes. Probably more like 54, because we,
I feel like, I don't know. I hope this is interesting for people to listen to in terms of like YouTube analytics and stuff.
Yeah, I don't want to bore you with my life struggles, but I feel like I got a lot of feedback on the tweet. So
yeah,
I think people do, like, people that care about me generally care about, what I want to do and where I'm going to go.
What do you consider this channel? Do you think this is,
this channel to me is just, I love it.
But
it's
like,
fun.
What is the genre?
Oh, I have no idea. What, podcasts?
Yeah, but
I don't know if that's really a genre, but
like, do you say we're gaming
on here? We're gaming? No.
So what do you say we are?
As a niche?
Yeah.
If I had to pick one of YouTube's categories,
be like
people and blogs. That's what I put on the videos anyway.
I think
that's really what it is, right?
Yeah.
We're talking.
It's that and like geek culture thrown into it, probably.
Yeah, we definitely skew to. We talk about things we know and we experience, like tech, a little bit of gaming.
If we could say like tech in there,
sci-fi. But we've talked about other things too. We've talked about money. We've talked about like lifestyle stuff. Like we've even talked about sports a little bit here and there.
Yeah, we did.
So yes, the majority of it's definitely more like tech gaming space, but people and blogs is like what I put for the category. I can't think of another one that would fit better. It's definitely not gaming. We're not sitting here playing games. We talked about games.
Yeah. It'd be kind of cool to do an episode though, playing at the same time. I don't know how we do that.
Dude, we could just do that as an actual video. You could invite me every once in a while and then we could play games together. What a crazy idea. Wow. Oh my God. We don't need a podcast to do that. I'm playing with you.
What channel is it going?
Whatever one you want. Certainly not Mcsportzhawk, because I don't know what I'm doing with that shit. I could continue to just upload random whatever I want here and there, but I just like...
You know what's funny? I did do a one-handed zombies video with Chop, and it didn't do well at all. And you know what? I let the views get to me, and I decided not to do another one like it. Because I probably would have done one with you like that.
How many views did it get?
It's the number 10 on here.
Wait, it's like less than 7,000? How many does it have right now, though? It's been a while, right? I do remember that video flopping. It's kind of ironic, right? People are always asking you like, "Yo, play zombies. Yo, what do you care about? What do you think about zombies?" Then you play zombies and no one gives a shit.
That one, I actually have no idea why I didn't get views. I have no idea why I didn't. Because the video before it has 62,000, And then it right now only has 7,300.
Let me see it.
Look at it. It's like it's just an enigma. Like it's this being of a video that just no one saw.
In comparison to these other ones too, the Firebase Z reaction didn't do as well. Like you can see, like these other ones have thousands of likes. Oh, but you did play zombie. Oh, okay, that was a stream though.
Well, of them are
I don't know.
bots.
I don't know. I don't really know. I just think it's hilarious that people play games, play zombies, and then you do that and it just flops. And it's like, yo, why do I listen to you guys? Why don't I just do what I want? Because either way, it's not, it's going to do what it's going to do. And it's largely not even about what people want. It's largely about how it's presented. That's YouTube. It is not what it used to be. I'll tell you that much. I'm working on another channel, dude. This girl's like the same situation I am.
Yeah.
Was an OG, started 2009. Back then, people got views and followers because of their personality and just like word of mouth and that kind of thing. Now, that ain't it, dog.
That's how you present it?
It's like partially it, but it's all about the game, bro. It's all about the thumbnail. It's all about the title. And it's all about keeping people there. Engaging content. Getting clicks, engaging content. If you can do those well, you can. I mean, Mr. Beast does it to the best level I can think of. Like it's just, he's getting 50 million views a video. It's not because he has 50 million subscribers watching it. Guarantee you. I would argue probably like a solid 30% of the people, maybe even more than that are watching it, are not subscribed to him. Probably more than that. It's probably even 50-50 if I had to guess.
You know what it would be like?
Because YouTube pumps the shit out of that stuff.
It's
pumps the crap. Because it's just, those numbers are probably unreal. Unreal. As far as like the analytic part of things go. And it kind of hurts a little. Like it kind of sucks a little bit if you think about it. It's more about like the algorithm than it is about the content. Like content's still king. Yeah. But it's way more about the system than it used to be. The system matters a lot.
But I will say, like, there's some, I think also, like, content creators can be, and this is with myself included, like, sometimes I can be blind to what is good for my channel when it's, like, right in front of me.
When you're talking about yourself? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's been so many times where I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, what? Why did you, like, the whole Versus idea, like I brought it back now, 3 years later. Like, what's up with that? Like, why did I not think that was good when that was so engaging when I uploaded it? And
you can't be on top of everything.
But it's just, I don't know. It makes you, like, think about it and you're like, come on, you dummy. Like, you knew this did well.
You are a different person now than you were 3 years ago by a lot, more than we like to accept. Like 3 years ago, I was doing things that I'm like, wow, what was I thinking?
Yeah, same.
And you pick up things like, yo, why didn't I just keep doing this? Like, why don't we just keep doing the Z House? Don't know. Don't know why we didn't. That would have been so great. Like things would have been amazing. But
I saw like
we're getting 3 million views a video. Now I can't even get 5,000 views a video. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I don't know. Maybe we should just do the thing that was working. That seems pretty straightforward, doesn't it?
Every time. It's like, why didn't I do, like, things people say. Really, what I should have done is I should have just done that on trending topics.
Yeah.
Probably. Or, yeah, like, I should have kept, like, so if I could, like, go back, I would have, like, kept it as, like, zombies as the main, but then done trending topics on the side with it. And then eventually probably the trending topics would have won over.
Would have taken out, yeah. Because people would like it. You continue this series because you can go.
Again, we're calling it Loud Ones Debate. I'm not giving in.
Don't give in.
Just
know that you're going to have to commit to it for at least several episodes before people really understand that this is what this is and understand like the value, like the quality they're going to get with that video.
There's some fun factor to it a little bit where it's like not a lot of people are seeing it, but every time you see like that new comment where someone goes, wait, this is versus?
Yeah.
And they're like, and it's like they just found like
They found the hidden gem, dude.
yeah. That makes it fun. That makes it fun.
I can do topics, whatever topic you want with that stuff too.
Oh yeah. The only problem with that series is it's harder to do a trending topic because the quality of the video is like so high, it's unbelievable that it takes a while for it to come out.
Yeah. Well, the other thing with that is then it's not evergreen anymore.
True. So maybe you let this one be the evergreen one. Is that what you say, evergreen?
Evergreen, like the tree, like it lives for a long time. You ever heard that?
No.
Man, you've been a YouTuber for how long and never heard about evergreen content? Okay, all right, maybe I'm just more.
I did things differently.
Apparently, he wasn't going to the mountains. Nah, dude, I feel like that's a pretty common term. Maybe I'm wrong. Evergreen just essentially means like an evergreen tree. It lives for a very long time.
I would say it like long term.
Yeah,
long lasting.
Long lasting content that'll get views over several years, and sometimes it'll blow up 2 years after you put it out. Like all of a sudden,
tutorials,
boom. Tutorials, evergreen content.
Yep.
Depending on what the tutorial is about, but yeah.
I mean, we've talked about it before, but like guides on how to do the Easter egg on BO4 maps.
That's evergreen.
No one's making that content now.
No, but that to me is less evergreen because as soon as the game dies, that dies.
Well, like BO3 then.
Yeah, but you don't know that in ahead of time. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like if you made like
I don't know though. You kind of know though. People
those are more evergreen than a how to find jug tutorial.
Yeah, true.
That is the least evergreen content I can think of because as soon as you find it, you never need it again.
Yeah.
So
well, it was like okay, so I'm playing Sekiro right now. Great game. Oh my god, like 10 out of 10 so far. I'm almost done with it. I got like I want to say 2 hours left. I have 2 more bosses to fight. And do you know like Souls games, like Dark Souls, Demon Souls, all that? I'm trying to get through these games. I've never played these games before, and everybody's always wanted me to. So I beat Demon Souls like a month ago, and then Sekiro is the next one I want to do. Sekiro is freaking awesome, dude. Like it is awesome, but oh my god, is it probably one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. I'm not kidding you. I think the next boss that I'm on might take me 6 hours. Like I'm
2 hours away from finishing, but it might take me 6 hours.
Yeah. Like genuinely, like there's been bosses where I'm stuck on them for like 2 hours. And I'm just sitting there like on stream, like guys, I can't.
You can't beat him or you don't know what to do. Or one of the same.
There's so much. So Sekiro is all about like parrying. And you'll see where I'm going with this.
I watched you play a little bit, yeah.
It's all about like not just dodging. It's like, no, like the way you win is you have this posture bar and the enemy has this posture bar. And when you parry correctly, their posture increases. And if you get their posture all the way to max, then you can insta-kill their health bar. So really, I'm not even looking at their health bar because it's dumb. It's going to take me 10 years. I'm worrying about like the posture bar on the top. And I'm like trying to parry constantly to get the bar going. And like some of these guys, dude, some of these bosses, like, and then if you're not quick enough, the parry bar will do this. It'll go, you build it out.
Yeah.
So you like staggered them. It's basically like a stagger.
Yeah.
And you build it out enough. And then like say they started hitting you and your posture starts going up. And then you're like running away trying to heal. And then you just watch their bar go back down. And you're like, oh my God. And then they'll have 2 health bars, so you have to do it like twice.
Oh my god!
And you're doing this. It's like this war of attrition. Like you're just constantly going. It's like who can you survive being perfect? Like you have to literally time your parrying perfectly with animations on this game. And my whole point of getting to this is, I'm on the last 2 bosses of the game. I'm actually surprised I got this far. People are pretty surprised in my chat because it was a whole journey, but. There's like 30 something bosses in the game. I think I played like 20 hours of it at this point. But here's the thing. Some of the bosses that I fought, I went back on YouTube and I was like, I got to look up how these people, like I need to look up how this person beat this boss that took me like 2 hours and see if they beat it in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. And I look it up and this is like what you're talking about. It's this type of content because anybody who plays Sekiro at all, and it's going to be one of those games that people always tell people to play is like for a challenge, can look up like how to beat this boss
Easy.
in an easy way, or without any items.
No nonsense guide.
Kinda, yeah, basically. And like, I'm talking about these videos, they go frame by frame on the animations. It's like, oh, this guy, it's like, it shows the boss's like foot, and they like pause it and draw a red circle. It's like literally a play-by-play on the NFL. Basically, it's like they're literally drawing circles on the screen. They're like, okay, listen. So when he does this he's gearing up for this attack, and you got to be sure that you dodge to the right, but not right, diagonal right. And you got to go diagonal right, and then get ready to parry, because he's going to use his flame attack. And if you don't have the umbrella, that's okay. There's another way you can do it. And it's just like, bro, what are you talking about? And that's like evergreen content, I guess, because like I'm looking at these videos. The game's been out for years. They have like millions of views.
Yeah.
And it's just this guy doing a play-by-play of a Sekiro boss fight. And I'm like, dude, this is sick. And I'm like, I'm loving it though, because I'm watching it. I'm like, and I'm just watching the guy, and he's just going. I'm like, how in the world? And the guy in the video is like, yeah, so to make this guide, like I had to do the fight probably like 50 times. And I'm like, oh my God. You literally replayed the fight.
When you put that much time into a video, you better hope it's evergreen, because that's a lot of time spent. Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah. I think guides in games that are popular that live for several years is definitely, because gaming is such a big niche that it's totally worth those videos. But you got to focus your energy on those first, because evergreen content's so powerful on YouTube.
Yeah.
That's how you really build up a channel and really build up talking about the business side of things. Like, residual views are everything, you know? Because if you don't have those kind of videos, you stop posting, that's it. You're not getting any residual views. Your views are your views are only from that new video each week or whatever. Yeah. And once they die, that's it. And then you're not really making any money anymore. And your job that once was your full-time thing is now, it's it. You have to find something else, or keep working your butt off to make more videos. So I don't know. We're an hour and 10 in. We talked almost entirely about this like stream of topic. We have other things we could talk about, but I almost feel like this was good where it was.
No, my brain hurts, but in a good way.
My brain hurts.
It was good to get it out, but I mean, at the end of the day, I'm always thankful for like, and I want people to know this. Like, we're not saying we're not thankful for the people who watch, because like, even though I am getting only 7K views on a video compared to like 20K, I'm not like, oh man, I'm pissed at my audience for not watching the video. It's just more like, I'm pissed at the YouTube game.
That's what I was trying to say. It's kind of shitty that's how it's gotten to be.
Because there's some people that are like, oh, I didn't know this video even came out, and I'm like,
because they didn't get fed, they didn't get served it.
I'm like,
they didn't get shown it.
Like, bro, I wish more people could see it, and I am thankful for everybody who's watched the video, and I know you are too with all this kind of stuff, especially here on the podcast, right? Like we don't do this for 100,000 views a video or anything like that.
No, I mean,
so it's like,
this was one of the first channels where I'm like, it's okay if we don't get a ton of views.
Yeah,
I love seeing a lot of views, but
I mean,
I know people that are watching this are really enjoying it, and that means a lot.
Yeah,
that's kind of more important, I would say.
Yeah, we had a lot of people in the last episode like say
sprinkle.
They said sprinkle. They said the code word,
and that was like an hour 40 in.
Yeah.
So props to you for watching the whole way through. Yeah, that was impressive.
We gotta have a new code word.
We got to do it every episode, I feel like.
What's a new code word? You got it this time. I said sprinkle.
Pumpkin.
There it is.
Comment pumpkin if you made it this far. That was this episode. It's once again midnight. We love to shoot super late, but that's just how it is when we got a lot of things going on. I would also like to say, if you guys made it this far, if you could comment below and let me know what your thoughts are as far as like my situation, just to see what everyone thinks.
Yeah, what do you guys think Matt should do? Do you kind of agree with where we're going? I kind of went into this conversation, I was like, I think you should keep it on your own channel, but now I'm kind of like, oh, when you bring up all the analytics stuff again, like, yeah, I don't know.
It's tough.
But I'm curious what you know, everyone watches.
I feel like if I present it in the right way,
maybe
the people that would watch it on my main channel will probably come over anyway. And that might not be a lot of people, but it's almost one and the same. I just feel like I have less barrier to growth.
At the end of the day, like, you know, at the end of the day, like, we just got to get past you got to get past the mental pressure of like the YouTube like, your video is doing horrible, by the way. Hi, I am Mr. YouTuber.
Hi,
your,
JC.
Your video is doing horrible.
This video is your worst performing video in a long time.
It's
So
like, dude, like
no one wants to click on it, and no one wants to watch it.
And maybe because the title and thumbnail, maybe you should change that. Like, stares into my soul.
What? What should I change it to? Tell me.
Why don't you make it for me then?
Yeah. Make it for me.
Why don't you make it for me? Is there too much red? Is there too much? Does it look angry? Does it give off a warning sign because it's too red or something? I don't know. But at the end of the day, like, I will say this. I am happy that just anybody watches our videos. Because I know how it feels from the standpoint of, like, only having like 30 views or something like that, right? I remember starting from there. And so I am still thankful that even after all these years, I mean, there's a couple thousand people that still care.
Still not
man.
watching, dude.
That's
Still
awesome.
watching. People still know about the old stuff too. Like, you'll see comments every once in a while. It's like they know they're an OG when they're talking about, like, for me, like Clash of Clans or Top App Tuesday. Like, these are old
Clash of
times.
Clans, yeah, I remember those days.
And for you, like, I guess things people say it's not that old, but
It is, though.
there are some things that, like, I'm sure you've seen that, like, people, you're like, yo, you're a true OG if you know what that is.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So thank you guys for sticking with us. We're relevant as ever.
Maybe one day we won't be anymore.
Yeah, we're trying.
I'm trying.
All right. See you guys next week. Have a good one.